My name is Shimye. I'm the founder and CEO of Iriba Water Group. At Iriba, we are providing affordable safe drinking water to communities and schools using some innovative technologies. The moment in my life that I think really shaped the woman that I am today is a challenge that I faced when my family relocated from Kigali to the eastern part of Rwanda in Kayonza, and we had difficulty finding water. I remember, trying to find a way for my family to have water. And it started like that, trying to find a solution for my family, hired a truck, got water, brought it in my home water tank. And I think from that is where my big vision to even start Iriba came from. And I think Iriba has shaped me into who I am. As much as I created it and shaped it, it really did shape me into the woman that I am today as well.
And what inspired you to start Iriba Water, and what problem were you trying to solve?
What inspired me to start Iriba Water was really that challenge that I faced with my family, not having water in that village and trying to solve the problem using just the locally available alternatives, which was to fetch water from a lake. I was trying to solve really my family issue and maybe a few neighbors. I really didn't have a big vision to create something that big. But down the line, I think something that I've come to realize was that by doing that, I got to learn. I grew quite a lot. People believed in me. Some people actually saw the bigger picture before I did. And one step to the other, from my family's backyard to where Iriba is today, trying to solve water for a bigger population than that particular village. So yeah.
Was there a moment you felt like giving up and what kept you going?
Yeah, every time I wouldn't say that it actually happened once and went forever. I think it's a journey that has its own highs and lows. And I definitely remember so many instances where I felt like giving up for different reasons. Sometimes with very big tangible reasons, like a big failure, a big mistake. Sometimes with literally nothing, and I thought maybe I just needed to work on my mental health. So it really did happen quite a lot. Even now, it's still happening. Sometimes I feel like giving up, and then I get some reason to stand up again, keep moving. But what really keeps me going is the fact that the reason why I started this is not yet completed. I feel like the mission, we're just getting started. We still have a lot of work to do.
What are some of the challenges you faced, especially as a woman in a space like this?
Some of the challenges that I have faced is, entrepreneurship is quite a lonely journey. Sometimes you feel alone where everybody expects you to have all the answers. And sometimes you don't necessarily have those answers. So it's a challenge. I think it's more of an emotional challenge than a technical issue. Another thing is, really dealing with these issues like social problems, trying to address them in an entrepreneurial kind of approach, business approach, comes with its own battles, because you're not a non-profit, you're not a for-profit, you're not fully commercial trying to make lots of profits. So there is a lot of compromises down the line, and it can feel challenging at some point. Trying to really make those ends meet, sometimes it's challenging. And of course, we're operating on a continent, low purchasing power, trying to address a market that sometimes people are running away from, is also something that comes with its own challenges. But of course, it's always worth it when you see the outcome.
How do you empower women in your community with the work that you
I like to think that the way we are empowering women in our community, first of all, is with our model, the tap and drink model, where we deploy like smart water ATMs in communities. We work with young people and women who run them as their own businesses via a franchise model. And we're always proud to say that over 90% of our franchise network are women. And it's something that I'm particularly proud of, to see that women find this interesting and it's kind of giving them that economic value. Another way that I personally try to empower fellow women is, I believe that we can teach more by doing, we can inspire more by doing, and I hope that the women in my network, young girls in my network, are able to feel inspired by one thing or two that we're doing here at Iriba.
And your model creates jobs for women and youth. Why is that important?
It's very important for me that our model creates jobs and employment for youth and women, because yes, we still have very high unemployment rate, and who else has to do this? We have to do it. I find it, as a responsibility that whatever it is that we're creating has to bring opportunities for our communities. And that is really the reason behind everything that we do. We try to see how can we make this useful to more people, not just giving them access to safe drinking water, but also creating that, economic prosperity where we are.
And what does empowerment look like in real life beyond just being on that?
Empowerment to me, being, bigger than just a word, I think empowerment to me means feeling the power from within, being influenced by that inner power to do something. And when the power comes from within, I personally believe that it creates massive change, both to the person who feels empowered, and also to the people around the person. And so I feel like feeling empowered is to feel that power from within coming up and using it for the greater good.
What would you tell a young woman who wants to start something impactful but feels afraid?
One thing that I will tell a young woman who wants to do something impactful but they feel afraid, first of all, feeling afraid is natural. So it's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of being any less important or less powerful. So that is a natural instinct. But what you have in your control is you can dictate how you deal with that fear, which is you use it as your fuel and do what you want to do. Just know the fear will always be there. However, whatever stage you get to in life, even as you grow, as you climb the ladder, the fear will always be there. Every time you're going to step into something, you will always feel that fear. And it's up to you to decide and say, yeah, I'm going to do it anyway with this fear. And in most cases, it becomes your fuel. So yeah, just go ahead and do it. You are not too young to do it. And also, it's not too soon. It's actually the right time. When you empower a woman, you empower a whole generation.